Hi, this is Tom Ninness, New American Funding, and this video I would like to address what is the number one reason why your production is where it is today. But before I do that, I wanted to go over a number of the reasons that I hear people either tell me, or these are some of the excuses that I've heard during the times that I interview. And the first one I would say would be for those that are new in their profession. And if you're new in the profession, congratulations. Stay away from those time robbers. And this business really is 70% knowledge, 30% sales. So make sure that you really work hard in knowing what you're selling. It could be that you're complacent. You've lost desire. Or maybe you don't have a business plan. I remember years ago when I was really challenged and I went and interviewed for a coach. He said, "Do you have a business plan?" I said, "Of course I have a business plan." And he said, "Well, send me a copy of it." And that's when I realized I didn't have a business plan. Maybe the market is just so slow. Well, I can tell you, people are doing business. I know one person, I asked him, I said, "Who do you look for when it comes to professional referral sources?" And what did he say? "Listen, I'll do business with anybody and everybody. I'm desperate." Well, that's a problem. Perfection before action. We have some individuals that they have to have the perfect script. They have to have the perfect flyer. Everything's got to be perfect before they do anything. Or it's all this technology. Yikes! Well, it's all this different programs that we have and all the different kind of PMI changes. Oh my goodness, we could get ourselves all wrapped up and end up paralyzing ourselves. I've had some people say, "I just don't envision myself as a top producer." And my response usually is, well, if it was based on tall, dark, and handsome, I wouldn't be a producer, but I've always done well in this business, and it's because I have a heart to be a top producer. I've had some people say, "Well, I don't want to work all these hours." Well, I can tell you that all my top producers probably only work about 32 hours a week. They work effectively, and they work very hard and have a team, and they use what I call OP, other people's energy, other people's network, other people's knowledge, and most specifically, other people's time. I've had some people say, "Well, you don't know my background." Well, if people knew my background, I lost both of my parents in my teenage years. I can tell you, I spent close to a year living in a car. Yet I don't dwell on the past. I look at the present, and we get a new one every day. I've had some people say, "Well, it's because I dress down on Fridays." And the only reason I'm throwing that out is because I did a rant a couple of weeks ago, and I had, at this point, 3,200 views on it, and it was hilarious. But if you're not doing well, then my strong suggestion is work Friday as if it is Monday and dress for business. But the number one reason why people don't produce is strictly they don't prospect. They don't prospect enough. And if you look at Quicken, for example. Now, Quicken, they don't have any ground troops on calling on realtors, yet they go after the masses. And they do that through advertising. And in some ways, we have to do the same thing. You know, it used to be, it's who you know. Well, that's not the case anymore. It's who knows you. And so you need to have as many bird dogs out there helping you find the business. I had a meeting with my son, Aaron, who's a top producer. And he broke down his numbers. He said, "Dad, if I close 40 million in production, I need 40 real estate professionals feeding me that business." Now, some will provide more business than others, but that's how many people you need to have. So you're going to have a certain amount of A's, you're going to have twice as many B's, and you can have as many C relationships as you can. The thing is that you want to stay in touch with them. But prospecting is your number one, is the number one reason why your volume is not where it is today. There's a difference between being ordinary and extraordinary, and to be extraordinary is doing those extra things. You know, if we think about, let's say we want to make $200,000 a year, and I want to take 4 weeks off So I'm working 48 weeks, and I'm going to work 32 hours effectively. Only 32 hours. That comes out to $120 an hour. That's what I'm trying to earn in that example. So I have to think about, are the actions and tasks and the disciplines and the dollar productive activities that I am doing, is it going to earn me $120? So if you take some real value of what your time is worth, your day, your income is going to change. Prospect will solve a lot of things. It's like brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth, your breath is going to smell bad. If you're not prospecting daily, your business is going to smell. I hope you learned some things on this. Don't make excuses. Get out there and work and earn the income that you want to make. Have a great week.